Alrighty, we have a little bit of a new setup today. I'm trying to figure it all out. I have my microphone in a different place, I have my camera in a different place. Everything's a little bit funky, and hopefully I don't have to hunch down too much. Maybe if I pull this back. I'm live right now. Whoops, I think my camera disconnected. Let's try that again. Properties. Boop-a-doop-boop-boo. Nope. How about that? Oh! Major technical issues. That's fine. Apply. Done. Okay, cool. I think we're better now. I think that's a bit better for sure. Cool. Awesome. Fun. Exciting. Yeet. In other words, to indicate hype. So, today should be fun. Today we are essentially just, and I can put my little stream end box up. I gotta edit that. There's a bunch that I have to edit. And then Entrepreneur is still there. Oh no, I can just hide that. Ugh, super unprepared. Today's gonna be really fun because we are going to be talking about finding sponsors, right? Ideally, and that's a little bit. That's a little bit funky, and I'm by no means any expert. I've read a bunch of stories, I've read a bunch of articles about how people do it, and I actually am slightly sponsored. Do a backflip. With an Easter Island emoji. What's up? Good morning, Hardik. What's up, Kevin? I would do a backflip. When I was young and powerful, I could do backflips, but no longer. It's sad. How are you all doing today? I hope everybody's doing okay. But yeah, we're going to be talking about doing sponsors, finding sponsors today, and it should be really fun. I am sponsored by one small little company, the company that I'll discuss right now. So I'm sponsored by Restream up there in the little corner. They're a great company. They really just reached out to me and they were like, yo, you should, like, we would love to sponsor you or work with you in some way, which is really amazing. But that's not to say that, like, I know how to find sponsors. This is very much just like an experiment, right? But I have read a bunch of other articles. I know, like, a good number of people that have gotten sponsored. I've seen it happen. And I'm going to try to go along that kind of route, right? So if you make content online or you produce, like, a podcast or a live show or anything remotely similar to content online, right? A newsletter. Newsletters actually get sponsored a lot, I've seen. Any of that is, in my opinion, applicable to this show. So hopefully I'll be able to help you, and let me know if you have any questions. But still very much an experiment, right? I am by no means an expert. I have gotten sponsored. Great, which means I am slightly ahead of the curve, but it is not, I'm getting paid like $100 a month. It's not like some massive thing. But regardless, Restream, check out Restream if you do want to get experimenting with any live streaming or anything like that. They're super easy to use. It's a really great tool. So, without further ado, I'm going to hide this, and here's my little list. Yahoo! Bam. If you're on LinkedIn, if you're anywhere else, actually, I want to see if I can, not black user, how can I, because I was just on, I do want to be able to check out the LinkedIn chat as well, because sometimes it's not completely synced up with what's going on the actual stream itself. What's up, Carson? How's it frickin' going, dude? Do a backflip. Oh, it appears different there. That's interesting. The Restream chat and the LinkedIn chat have different versions of the Easter egg emoji. Emojis are such a weird thing. Like, they're different across different platforms. Different people use them for different things. It's such a weird, and there's like you could probably create some sort of a business out of it. I feel like we'll try something ridiculous like that. LinkedIn gang for the win. Now you get a squid. You're very original with all the emojis. I appreciate it. How long does it take? Okay, so it takes like a few extra seconds for it to appear on the Restream chat, but things are usually good. Okay, cool. So, what have I been up to? A lot has happened this week. Oof. Yeah, a little bit messy. Okay, cool. Let's get started. So, this is my big fat list. This is my big fat gosh darn list. I'm just gonna, man, my whole monitor setup. I got 2 new monitors from my friend Aaron. Things are all over the place. Everything's a little bit messy. So give me a little bit of time to not die. But yeah, this is my little Notion list on under my little stream thing. Here's some ideas for some streams. Here's my sponsors list, and then yeah, these are people that I've reached out to or plan to reach out to. Right. So I reached out to Clearbank because they produce a lot of content on LinkedIn, and I produce a lot of content on LinkedIn, and I figured there might be kind of a similarity there. Also, there's a lot of startups in my network. I'm trying to I didn't really plan out an agenda for this, but let's start on the basics. What does it mean to get sponsored, and why would somebody sponsor you? Let me start there. So, getting sponsored, generally, can I drop my? Perfect. Getting sponsored essentially just means that a company or an individual or a brand, right, whatever, pays you to promote their content, right, via your audience. Right. So usually it's within a specific form of content. So if I for instance, I am a great example, right? I produce live streams every week, twice a week, right? I make lots of live streams on early entrepreneurship and a bunch of other fun stuff, right? Entrepreneurship, no code, a bunch of things in that kind of niche, right? My main audience are startup founders and students, right? Tech and business students. That's what it seems to be. So within that audience, it is very valuable. That audience in general is very valuable for some people, namely, hopefully, people like Restream, right? Because my audience is very much the type of people that might start live streaming, or they might kind of think about doing something like that. So it is valuable for them to reach out to my audience, right? That makes sense. So in order to do that, they might sponsor me. And sponsor just means pay me regularly or per post or whatever. There's plenty of different structures to say, hey, I use Restream and I like them, right? So that's really, really unbelievably, incredibly valuable for content creators because it's one of the few ways that you can actually get paid to make content online. So if I make content online and I want to get paid to make content online and make that a piece of my revenue, a piece of my business, a piece of my life, which is huge, then I can get sponsored. That's one possible little avenue. So it's incredibly valuable for creators to get sponsored. It's huge for us, right? I have chosen these people in an idealized sense because these are people that I would love to be sponsored by, not necessarily people that I will end up being sponsored by, right? Restream, I wasn't even really thinking of them as an option because yes, I use their tool, I love their tool, but I didn't figure that I fit into their category, but I guess I live stream, so I do fit into their category, right? Regardless, right? It's creators getting paid to promote a brand or a product or something, right? That is huge. That is amazing. It's very, very popular on YouTube. Actually, let me pull it up because I want to show an example. So I watch these really dorky guys called the Beefy Smash Dudes. They're very funny. Beefy Smash Dudes. Boo boo. This is very funny. Let's see. I can't remember which one of these was sponsored. This is just their Smash videos, right? They make videos about video games. Nothing complicated, nothing crazy. But usually, show more. How to submit clips, how to become a member, Smash merch, follow us, about us. No, it looks like they didn't get sponsored for this episode. I want to find one so I can show you what it looks like on YouTube because it's really, really cool. Maybe this. I think the volleyball one was. I watch these guys a lot because they're very funny. Become a member. Stage ID. No. About us. I wish I could show you something like this. I can't think of anything right now. But typically, this is it's a thing about video games, right? It's a little show about video games where they do a little YouTube show where they fight each other on Smash Bros, right? Not a very unbelievably complicated form of content, but they're very funny. So I watch them, and I've seen them get sponsored by Squarespace, right? Squarespace actually is really, really powerful on the sponsorship side of things. They're really, really clever with the creators that they find. They sponsor an insane amount of creators on the internet. It's unbelievable. I feel like every YouTube video that I watch in the gaming space has a Squarespace ad in it somewhere, right? So it's very popular on YouTube, right? For one video at a time. I managed to, the ideal scenario for a creator, of course, is going to be like monthly, right? Like every month you get paid, and every time you make a video, you like push something out, right? That is more consistent revenue. That is more expected. That's something that you can rely on a bit more. It's not just one and done. So ideally, we're going to go for like, if sponsors employs a full-time sponsorship manager. Do they really? No way. I don't believe that. They're such a small team. Are you sure about that? How do you know? How can you tell? Because that would be fascinating. And that would give us kind of a little idea on how much exactly work this is going to be. So, interesting. Let's check this out. I'm very curious. This is really good information. We're proud to announce that he's joining us behind the scenes as event and sponsorship manager. No fucking way. You're right. Wow. Probably not full time. They're a very, very small little YouTube channel. But that's hilarious to know. Okay, so that gives us kind of an understanding of like how fucked this is going to be. So, it's very hard to get sponsorship. That's the next kind of step to go. Thank you, Toast. It's very, very hard to get sponsorship because I lucked into it. Restream reached out to me. That was great. That was amazing. But it's difficult because it's hard to pitch like that kind of thing. Like it's very, very niche, right? You ideally want them to have been watching you for some time. You want them to know who you are. You want it to be you want it to be a relationship usually, I feel like, before you get sponsored. If it's unless they like sponsor everybody, right? Because Squarespace sponsors anybody. I bet I could reach out to Squarespace and get sponsored. I was just thinking, I don't think I get enough views. I think they rely on views, and YouTube is a bit better for views right now. Because I'm planning on making a roast video for Squarespace. What if I tried to get Squarespace to sponsor me for the Squarespace roast video? That'd be pretty funny. Anyway, but it's very difficult to get sponsorship because it's such a unique kind of scenario. It's not very popular among marketers right now. The most popular thing is just running paid ads, right? Whereas with sponsorship, you can't necessarily guarantee how that's going to function, right? How much you're going to get paid, how much, like, it's like influencer marketing, right? It's very similar to influencer marketing. It essentially is influencer marketing, but with people that make usually like, especially to pay you not to roast blood money. Blood money. Oh my god, that would be hilarious. Holy crap. I mean, that would be a really funny scenario to get into. What if I just shit all over a bunch of different startups, and if they, like, I'm not popular enough that it would really make a difference in their brand, but maybe in the future it would be. But that's a little mean. I don't want to be like the blood money startup guy, so. But hey, whatever gets me paid. This is entrepreneurship. Anyway, it's just not typical yet, right? It's influencer marketing. Influencer marketing is becoming more popular, but it's popular on places like Instagram, right? And you can get sponsored on Instagram. Like there are some like super popular Instagrammers that are sponsored by organizations like Tinder, right? Tinder sponsors, from what I've seen, Hinge also. I think it's Hinge. Hinge sponsors Instagram creators a lot, right? Because like, if you're attractive, if you're in the social circle of young, like, Gen Zers, right? Or like, late millennials, like, if you're in that kind of space, you're popular among that community. If you are like pretty and attractive and social and outgoing, people might rely on you for dating advice or look to you as like a beacon of like, hey, they know what they're doing, right? And if they use something like Hinge or Tinder, then like that encourages the brand, right? Because hey, this really popular, awesome person who's great at being social, great at like being popular, uses this. Why don't I use it, right? It makes sense, right? And if like a really, really popular website builder on the internet, like somebody that teaches you how to build a bunch of different websites on YouTube or something, if they sponsored, like if like Squarespace sponsors them, then like everybody that wants to build websites is going to see that they like Squarespace, right? And like part of it doesn't work. Part of it, people like there's a certain audience that hates it when creators get sponsored, but for the most part, like I've heard it really be successful, right? In terms of like ad revenue, in terms of like how much like ROI, return on investment. So it can go really well. It can go really poorly. As a result of that risk, marketers don't typically like to use it, right? So it's not fully formed, right? It's not the perfect situation. Not everybody loves it, and it's difficult to get. That's the point. It's very, very difficult to get sponsored, right? So, but I would love to be, right? That would be amazing. I would love to get sponsored. I would love to do anything along that kind of line. And I've made a huge list of companies that I think are really, really cool, right? Doing really great things. And I want to reach out to them and at least connect with them, like the founders and some of the marketers on LinkedIn, right? Because if they end up seeing my stuff in the future, even if they don't like my stuff now, even if they don't know me now, maybe in the future, once I grow my audience, once I'm able to get more views, once I'm able to be more popular on the platform, on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on everywhere, then they might think, hey, now's the time, right? So regardless, for the people that I want to connect with, it's the same thing when you're trying to get speaking gigs, right? When you're trying to get speaking gigs, you connect with event planners on LinkedIn, right? Just so they see your stuff and they see what you're doing, and they're able to like, okay, like this guy's out there, right? This person is making content. This person knows what they're talking about. Let's get them at our event, right? It's the same thing with that. With them, with sponsors, my main strategy is going to be, yes, I'm going to reach out to them. Yes, I'm going to say, hey, yes, I'm going to say we should hop on a call. I would love to pitch you some marketing ideas. But even if that doesn't happen, I still want to connect with them on LinkedIn at the bare minimum, right? So they see my live streams, so they see my content, so they see the stuff that I'm making. And if at some point in the future they think it is related to what they want to sell, then they'll reach out, right? Hopefully. So let's get started. Also, I should give a little bit more of information on Restream. Restream sponsors me, and that's great, right? They're a tech product. They help people live stream. I have been using them anyway. I was already using them, but they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we want to partner in some way. And I was like, pay me because sponsorship is really great. And they were like, absolutely, that sounds great. And that was huge, really exciting, right? But they reached out to me. They were like, hey, what do you need? And I was like, this, and they were like, cool. So that's just what I'm rolling with, right? I'm not an expert. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is what I've seen in articles. This is what I've read across the internet. This is the advice that I've asked of other people that have been sponsored and gotten paid to make content. So I'm going to go over each of these. The first one is Notion, and I've already kind of half started Notion. But Notion is a really, really great tool. I love Notion. Here's my little Notion board. It's my homepage. I love it so much. It shows me, it lets me just kind of hold up my entire life, right? My whole life is right here. It's all just compressed. Everything that I'm doing professionally, everything that I'm doing personally, hobby-wise, all my links to all my different little things, everything that I'm working on, it just organizes my life for me. It's really, really nice, and it's really flexible in terms of what I can create with it, right? Great dashboard, great tool. I've built websites out of it. I've launched them on Product Hunt. It's awesome. So I would love to be sponsored by Notion, right? And I was actually talking with Toast. Toast did a little bit of research for me. They seem to be pretty dang small as a company. I think they're like 50 people, but they're hiring like 25 right now or 15 people. So it's co-founder and CEO at Notion. This is founder at Notion, Evan Zhao. Brett, also a founder at Notion. I want to connect with Brett. But yeah, they're just a really, really cool product. I really like their stuff, right? So I would love to be sponsored by them. So here is how I'm going to reach out. It seems like, so product marketing, David Tibbetts. I already have David Tibbetts up here. But let's just go through. So we have Ivan Zhao. We have Brett Jargs. They're both the founders at Notion. Cool looking fellas. I know a couple people that know them. That's fun. Eva Zhang, community at Notion. That's where I think things are going to be huge, right? Because ideally it's going to be marketing, right? I'm going to be advertising your gosh dang product, right? But also there's another one, Jenny Na. Yeah, I also have Jenny Na up there. So community at Notion. It seems like, let's see what community at Notion means. Notion, the all-in-one workspace, a new tool that blends your everyday work apps into one. Cool. All-in-one workspace for you and your team. Just looks like a link to Notion. She's full-time. She was at Hacker Fund before that. She was on the board of directors. She is on the board of directors at Hacker Fund. Wow. That's pretty cool. Dang, these people are crazy. But cool. Community at Notion. It looks like, from what I've read about Community at Notion, they host get-togethers, right? I'm getting... Nope, we're good. But Yeah. Like they have community. They have a community thing where they host events. They have people like me or like individuals. I think. To Maryland. To Maryland. My Notion page. Time space on Notion. In middle school, I spent my allowance putting celebrities on T-shirts and selling them online. In high school, I got kicked out for ordering BB guns, but graduated 3.89 GPA. In college, I started a tech company that failed, but in the process, discovered my life's passion, starting, supporting, and investing in startups. Hell yeah. I love this dude. That's awesome. I love that so much. Yeah, here we go. NYC Pro. Helping awesome people build the future of work through hosting voluntary events and community support. Starting the NYC chapter, building a team of 3 and a membership of 350 plus. So he started the New York City event group for Notion, right? It seems like, right? And NYC Pro at Notion. So it seems like they have some sort of a community, right? They have some sort of a community effort where they maybe sponsor people to create communities around Notion, right? So we're still figuring it out. I don't know what that means, but it seems like they have a community kind of section. And it also makes sense because Ava and Jenny are both community at Notion, right? Awesome. Standard Cyborg. Wow, these people are like, these community managers are like high-performing individuals. But, I mean, hey, they're at Notion, so it makes sense. But anyway, so let's go and connect with both of the founders. Why not? So, add a note. Hey, Ivan. I absolutely love your tool. I stream about it a ton. On a little series called Entrepreneur. Now, the founders probably aren't going to be the people that are going to be like giving me this sponsorship. It's probably going to be people in marketing or people in community, right? Because that makes sense. Their job is to push out the word, right? But it does not hurt to connect to the founder, right? Because if they see my stuff, maybe they let the community manager know or something along those lines, right? I have my hopes way up, right? Who knows? It's unlikely that any of this is going to go through, but it's worth a shot. I live stream about a ton on a little series called Entrepreneur. I've built websites. I'm on Product Hunt and more, all using Notion. Big fan. Would love to connect. Smiley face. Boom. Cool. And then I'm going to copy and do something similar for the other founder because I have the same message for both of them, right? It's not bad to copy paste. Just as long as they both don't notice, right? But I doubt they're communicating on a day-to-day basis about the people that have friended them on LinkedIn. But just in case, I'll differentiate a little bit. So, hey, Ivan. Do you hear that? That was a really weird noise. It was like a chime where you hit it and it goes, whoa. Anyway, send. Cool. Great. We'll go to Brett. Add note. Copy, paste. Hey, Brett. Absolutely love the tool you and I absolutely love the tool you and Ivan are building. Ivan are building. Boom. Perfect. Cool. Now I've connected to both of the founders. Oh, wait, no. Notion, a Comcast company. Different Notion. Oops. Oh, well. I'll take that thing back. That's hilarious. There's a second Notion. That's really, really funny. Oops. Oh, well. Wrong Notion. My bad. Not the end of the world. They will just get weird connection requests. Would you link to a Notion-based website in the average email or provide a chance that they respond? Interesting. Not a bad point. Ooh, Danielle Strachman knows them. Makes sense. They're in San Francisco. That's not a bad point. Yeah, I might as well. I might as heckin' well. I wonder. Maybe. I feel like it wouldn't impress them that much because it's not unbelievably complicated. I think it might also increase the chances. Yes, exactly. That's also a good point. I feel like we're just like, I want this to be like as low touch as humanly possible just to get in touch with them. I don't want to put anything on their plate. I don't want to say, hey, check out this website. I don't want to do anything. I feel like the best idea is just, hey, love your stuff. Would love to connect. Maybe we can hop on a call sometime, right? No pressure. It at least gets them to connect with me. It's not like a call to action, right? I don't want to give them a call to action because I feel like that decreases the chance that somebody's going to connect with you. Because if you have some big ask in your unless it's really helpful, if you have some big ask that puts another thing on their to-do list in your outreach, I feel like that ends up pushing you down. But I don't know. I'm not the best at outreach, but that's just from what I've seen. Okay, cool. So we got the founder. Awesome. Wonderful. Glad I didn't add Brett's name in the one outreach to Ivan. Dodged a bullet there. I love this person's name, Slim Lim. Okay, cool. Ava at community. So let's do, hey Ava. I'm in love with Notion. I would love to get involved with the community aspect of it, and love to get involved with the community aspect of it, of your product, and I would love to connect. Let me know if you'd be open to hopping on a call sometime. You would be open to hopping on a call sometime. Exclamation point. Hey Ava, I love Notion. Love to get involved in the community aspect of your product, and I would love to connect. Cool. Very low touch. Copy. We'll send the invitation. Ava, I got the name right. Yep. This is head of growth at Notion. Also huge, right? Because we want people in growth or marketing. Product marketing at Notion. Also awesome. Great. Awesome. I probably want to connect to this guy too, because he knows people at Notion, right? But first, we copy pasted. Let's copy paste this down to here. So we'll go, hey Jenny. Hey Jenny, love Notion. I'd love to get involved in the community aspect of your product, and I would love to connect. If you open up on a call sometime. Boom, sounds great. I changed the name, right, Jenny? Yep. Cool. So now we've got people in community. Now we've gotten people. In community. We've gotten the founder. Awesome. And now we're going for growth and marketing, right? And these are going to be more technical, right? Y Combinator. Where did he build at Y Combinator? Oh, he was at Reddit. Hey, that's fun. So he probably knows Alexis. Notion, head of growth full time. Signal Flare, co-founder. Okay, Interstate. And they're part of Y Combinator. That's awesome. Wow. Dude's huge. Shit. God, these people are so impressive. It's insane. Also, this is a relatively similar pitch, but hey, Tamerlan. Spelled that right? Tamerlan. Yes, I love his name. Nugmanov. Very cool guy. Tamerlan. Love that you're working with Notion. I would love to ask your advice on getting involved with them as well. Let me know if you're open to connecting. Connecting. Boom. That's all. Bada bing, bada boom. Cool dude. I think I saw him on Product Hunt initially. It's funny. Found and CEO at I Am Robotics. Hey, I Am Robotics is actually a big group in town. I'm gonna keep them open and up. I'll put this over here. And then we'll go back to research chat. Cool. So, okay, now we're back to marketing. So marketing are typically the people that we're going to be targeting, which is awesome because they are the ones in charge of getting their product into hands of more people. Hopefully I can help with that. So I'm going to pitch them in a little bit more of a technical way, right? Instead of just like, hey, I want to get involved, or hey, I love your shit. I'm going to say something like, hey, I have a live stream that has a solid amount of viewers, right? Or, hello, David. I absolutely love Notion. And I talk about it a ton on my live stream. My following is decent, and I've already converted a few of my followers to using your tool for their workspaces. I would love to talk and see if there's any way we can work together in promoting your product. Exclamation point. Makes sense, right? Makes sense to me. A little bit more technical. It's a little bit more directly like, hey, I've already converted revenue for you guys, right? Or maybe revenue. Maybe I've just gotten people on the free channel. But like, I've already gotten you users, right? By existing and promoting your stuff. I would love to do that more. So let's talk, right? So it's very like ROI tied. It's very like the incentive is there. In theory, again, I'm no expert. I'm just fucking around, but this is what I would imagine works. So, and I got their name right, David. Boom. Head of growth. Head of growth is probably not going to be as intense because they're probably focused on a whole lot more. But like, why not, Jamie? Hey, Jamie. Absolutely love Notion, and I talk about it a lot. About a ton on my live stream. My following is decent. I love talking promotion for your product. And promoting. I messed up. I would love to talk to see if there's any way we can work together in promoting your product. Boom. Awesome. Messed up on the first one. That's a shame. And then I got the name right, Jamie. Cool. So now we've got Notion. That is everything that I would recommend. Besides maybe, let's go to Jamie. Let's see if I can find the, who was it? Who was the, oh, damn it. Found our Notion. Let's find marketing at Notion. Product marketing at Notion. Product marketing at Notion. David. So now I'm going to be a bit more aggressive. Oh, David. Okay, David's right here. David Tibbetts. So let's go back to David's. And then let's go to an incognito window because I need to go to Notion. Notion.so, but I don't want... Yeah. Notion.so, except without anything. So boom, here we go. And I want to use, oh shoot, I don't have Hunter here. So maybe I can just do Notion.so. Notion.so, and then delete the rest of it. Does it let me? No, it doesn't really let me. Damn. Okay, maybe I can still, oh damn, they don't have anything on their website. Wow, they're good at hiding their emails. Damn. Okay, I wonder if you have a personal Notion page. Public facing documentation. Notion. Searching with quick find. Does this not have anything? Nope, still just break out at Notion. Damn. Okay, doesn't look like I can find their emails. Oh well, we'll just have to hope. We'll have to hope and wait. We'll find out, but they're pending. So anybody that connects with me, we're just going to go for. But I think we connect with another good amount of them. So I'm going to add a little thing on here. So contacted, question mark, and then I'm going to make this a checkbox. Checkbox. Yes, I've contacted Notion, right? Try to build a warm relationship with people that sponsor companies and reach out for sponsorship. So what's your next section? Yes, absolutely good point. So Basically, yes, it's do all this outreach, right? It's to go and connect with all these different people at Calendly, at Canva, Trello, wherever, right? And see if I can make those warm kind of intros, right? To myself. It's not really warm, but like at least it's friendly. If I can say, hey, I just want to connect on LinkedIn, right? Then I'm going to message them and I'm going to say, actually, we should write that right now. That's a really good point. We should go and write that. Google Docs. Let's just go. Actually, no, I can just write it in Notion. So under sponsors, I'll just make a separate little thing right here. And this is script for after connect. Cool. So let's make a little script right now. The script is going, very good point, Toast. That's super applicable. The script is essentially going to be, I want to bug them after I connect with them, right? I want to say, hey, thanks so much for connecting. I would love to hop on a call. I think I can definitely help promote your product, right? Because most of the time when I connect with people and ask them something, they're usually just connect and forget about it, right? Because LinkedIn has a weird thing where like after you connect with somebody that's giving you a personal message, it doesn't like tell you to follow up with them immediately. It essentially just like pops them into messages and you maybe never see them again, right? And it doesn't add a notification on top of it. He just puts a little unread message. So for people that aren't super active on LinkedIn, it doesn't make it like super like easy stream of consciousness to message somebody back after they've messaged you, right? So as a result, when you do most of your outreach, you're going to need to follow up. So I'm going to need to follow up. And my follow-up will be exactly what you're talking about, Toast. After I hopefully build that warm relationship, I'm going to say, hey, I host a live stream, right? Thanks so much for connecting. Double exclamation point because we are excited. Thanks so much for connecting. Just get right into the pitch. I run a live stream, as I mentioned. I run a live stream called Entrepreneur Nerd, where I use awesome, simple, and awesome tech products to build small projects, build side hustles. Let's call them that. No, I hate the term hustle. Build side projects. Build interesting side projects. I hate the word interesting. Never mind. We're going to keep it to that. Build side projects. I was wondering if you might be open to hopping on a call. To see if there's any way I can help you promote what you're building at company. So the goal there is I don't want to immediately pitch them. And this is a little bit of a sneaky little trick. I'm not sure if this works best. I'm no sales professional by any means. I'm good at marketing, not sales. And sales is a totally different ballgame. But, and then we'll say, let me know. Smiley face. So I'm by no means a sales professional. I'm by no means a sales expert, right? But, I wonder if you're open to hop on a call and see if there's a way that I can help you promote what you're building, right? That's essentially just a way to get them on the phone, right? Because I can explain it a lot better than I can over text on the phone. And regardless, like, even if I'm going to get like told no, it's still a really good experience for me to get told no and then ask why, right? Because if they say, hey, we're actually not interested, it's good to hear like what the excuses they have, what reasons they have. It's going to teach me a lot about sponsorship, right? So I recommend trying to hop on a call, even if it's likely, like it's very, very likely, even if I manage to hop on a call, they're going to say no because of the way I'm asking it, right? But the feedback that I'm going to get on that call is going to help me refine the sales pitch later, right? So I'm going to get on the call with them. I'm going to say, hey, awesome. Thank you so much for taking this call. I really, really love what you're building at Notion, at Calendly, at whatever, right? I wanted to ask your advice on a couple of quick things. Or I wanted to ask if I can get involved with your product a bit more, right? That's probably what I would say. And I would go into detail like, hey, I run a live stream called Entrepreneur. I have 8,000 followers and growing, right? Every day I get like, I think 7 more followers on average. Or no, I think right now it's like 5. So I'm asking if you want to say you want to discuss Notion to your audience, and where can you find power tips or something? Call might turn them off if you do it right after connecting. Maybe, but worst case scenario, they don't respond. Because I don't want... Worst case scenario, they don't respond is my kind of thing. And they already connected. My connection is very, very... Oh, shook my camera there. Oops. Hope that looks good. Funky. I have my camera on a tripod and it's all weird looking. Anyway, asking for a call might turn them off after connecting. You're right. It's possible. But if they're at all interested, then they will hop on the call, right? I think it's a decent weed out mechanism, and it's also going to get me a ton of feedback. I don't know. Asking where I can find power tips or something. I already know where all the power tips are. I'm not just looking for general help. I feel like if they work in marketing, they're just going to forward me some article, and they're not going to like hop on a call with me, right? They're not going to talk to me. I don't want to, and they mean us to call me and have it's too much. No, that's totally fair. That's totally fair, right? So in that case, very good point. Let me know. If not, no pressure. I know you're busy, and I'm happy to just be connected. Stay in touch and follow along with what you do here on LinkedIn. Boom. So that's kind of like the just in case, right? That's the giving them an out, right? Hey, no pressure. I know you're busy. I don't want to like, if this isn't like something that's worth your time, totally understand. Would love to just stay connected, right? And that keeps them connected to me. So if they see my stuff in the future, maybe it's valuable. Maybe we can talk, etc. Right? So who knows, right? I also get plenty of things. I usually don't disconnect after I connect with somebody that wants to hop on a call and usually like, hey, I'm super busy. I don't have time for calls right now, right? I just kind of keep it there. But if they're interested in my stuff, I might as well keep them as a connection. It's different for me as a content creator. But it might be more like what it is for you, Toast, right? In terms of like people that are more professionals, right? Also, it's not live stream. It's live stream. But yeah, and then if they don't want to hop on a call, totally fine. They're still connected to me and they can still see my shit, right? Awesome. So that's my theory, right? That's essentially my theory for the whole kind of situation. I didn't get to kind of fully showcase, using Hunter or finding emails. So let's go to Calendly. Let's go to Calendly. Does this go to my Calendly? No, it doesn't. Perfect. So, well, first let's go to LinkedIn. LinkedIn. Oh, I'm really tired today. Yesterday was exhausting. I got no work done yesterday because of a bunch of stressful shit that happened. So let's go to Calendly. I really like Calendly. It's a great little tool. I wonder how big their company is. Holy shit! They have a lot of fucking... Fuck! I didn't realize they were that big! Wow! CEO, co-founder of Calendly. Tope. Head of business development. Possible. Head of product ops. Growth at Calendly. Perfect. VP of product, design, content strategy. Content strategy. Perfect. Is your startup lagging? Go away. Hey, they're connected to Alexis. Entrepreneur, product leader, recruiting, customer experience, manager, employee brand, content marketing. Hey, they have content marketing people. That's awesome. And they're active on LinkedIn because they know a bunch of my mutual connections. Recruiter, recruiting, chief of staff, chief people officer. This is cool. This is good. This is good to know. Head of content, because head of content. Ooh, Souza. This is fun. Product at Calendly, but they build. Director of sales, product marketing manager at Calendly, also likely. principal product manager, product specialist, content strategist, at Calendly maybe, manager of revenue operations, no, product guy and author, product specialist, head of architecture. Okay, wow, there's a lot of people that really relate directly to what I'm doing. This is great. Customer success, product manager, product driven, technologist / educator. You just sound cool, Christine. Or Kristen. Director of finance, director of user experience, customer success, student. Hey, they have student at Marietta High School, but they have I'm curious what you do. I'm very curious. Product manager, customer success, product specialist. Okay, I think we got everybody. I think we have everybody. Seated project. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody else is in account executive. Yeah, looks like we got everybody for Calendly. Cool. Awesome. Also, I'm going to follow Calendly. Because why the heck not? In case they have some random offer or anything else, I'm going to follow them. Right? Ugh. Heck. Okay. Calendly. Who the hell is Calendly? That's so cheap. Okay, cool. So we're following Calendly. Everything's good there. Tope, first person I'm going to connect with. Same strategy, right? I can do all this later. I can just copy paste a bunch of things that I sent. Mutually connected with a bunch of people. Head of business development, possible. Head of product ops, growth at Calendly. That's huge. I do like VP of product content strategy. That's huge. And then there was head of content marketing. There was head of content at Calendly. That's huge. That's really, really exciting. Oh, went to Stanford. Gosh dang, all these people are such high-powered people. So cool. Awesome. Same strategy there, right? But head of content is probably the main person that I want to reach out to, right? Because maybe even if I can't necessarily promote their thing and that's not what they want, maybe I can work with them on helping them create content because I'm great at creating content. I do it all fucking goddamn day, right? So maybe, and I would love to make content for Calendly. That would be super fun. So maybe they're a freelance gig, right? So bare minimum, Suza Hart. That's the person that I want. Main person that I want to connect with is Suza Hart. So we're going to go here. We're going to use Hunter. And we're going to plug in, gosh diddly dang, Suza. S Hart. Shart. Boom. So that's probably their email. So I'm going to go to my email now. And I'm going to heck and reach out to them. And so that's what we're going to do before we just rant for the rest of the time. Because I feel like those are the main productive pieces, right? Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. So, to S Hart. What should we say? It should be a very short email, very, very quick. No, it would be, it would be really funny if I included my Calendly link to schedule a call. That would kind of be funny. I feel like that's not appropriate in any other scenario, but because they're Calendly, giving them my Calendly link might be kind of funny, right? I feel like that's ironic, yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's be cute. Let's be cute with it. Helping you promote Calendly. I feel sales pitchy. I don't want to be too sales pitchy. Maybe I'll just say I love Calendly. Love Calendly. Smiley face. Let's just be very, very wholesome with our outreach. Hey. Was it Sarah? No, Susa. Hey, Susa. I'm live streaming right now. Nah, that's not applicable to anybody else. I absolutely love Calendly. The tool you're building. I absolutely love the tool. I absolutely love Calendly. Let's just say Calendly. I absolutely love Calendly. And I wanted to reach out. I use your tool in a ton of content I create online. And I wanted, and I would love to know how I would love to talk about how I can better promote your product. love to talk how I can better promote your product. Not better, help promote. How I can help. I use a tool and a ton of content I create online. I would love to talk about how I can help. How I can help promote your product. Let me know if you would be open to hopping on a call. And if so, here's my Calendly. Winky face for extra comedy. And then we're going to go here. I have my Calendly link. Calendly. Copy link address. Paste. Extra call. Boop. Best max. Boom. That's probably all I would do. That's probably all I'm going to do. I'm probably going to send this out right now. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this is fine. S-Heart, Calendly, I love Calendly. Hey, Susa, I actually love Calendly. I want to reach out. I use a tool and a ton of content I create online. I would love to talk about how I can help promote your product. Let me know if you would open up and call. And if so, here's my Calendly. Winky face. Boom. Looks good. Love it. Awesome. I think that's it. Yeah. Heck with it. So hopefully that works. Awesome. And you can use Hunter.io. Ironically, Hunter is another company that I want to reach out to, right? They're another company that I've been trying to message to see if I can get them to check me out. So let me actually make properties. I also want contacted to be out front. Yes. Oh, interesting. Okay, so shart at Calendly did not go through. So let's see if we can find that email again. Let's try a little bit harder. So let's go back to this. What does it look like? David Collins, David at Calendly. Okay, so I think it got it wrong. Yeah, it got it wrong. The most common situation is just nope. Boop. So let's go back to Souza. So it's probably just going to be Souza at Calendly, right? I think it got it wrong. So I do have to pay attention to that sometimes, I guess. So Souza Hart instead of S Hart, it's going to be just Souza at Calendly. So let's go try that again. Mail. Hey Souza, compose to Souza at calendly.com, right? I think so. And then sometimes you can check because they have a nice little Google account. No, it doesn't. It didn't check there. Yeah, that's hard at Calendly. So we'll just do Souza at Calendly. So let's try it again. Boom. Easy. I love Calendly. Smiley face. Boom. Looks good to me. Let's try this. Everything good. Souza. Cool. So hopefully that one will work. And if not, if you can't reach out over email, NBD, you can still reach out over LinkedIn. There's plenty of ways to get in touch with them. Email ideally is the best, though, because everybody uses email and not everybody uses LinkedIn. Okay. Did I get another? It didn't work either. That's such a shame. Okay, cool. So my emails have failed. My emails did not go through to the right person. But regardless, that script still works. It's still a solid script to use, and I would recommend it, right? Whatever. Totally up to you. But that's usually what I've seen, right? Low commitment pitch. Hey, I love your stuff. Would love to hop on a call. And then once you're on a call, you can at least get feedback. And after I get a ton of feedback, let's say the first 10 companies here reject me. And they're like, no, I managed to hop on calls with them. And they're like, no, I really don't think there's anything we can work with, right? Because this, and this, right? then boom, I have reasons, and in my further sales pitches, I can refine it. Let's say all the first 10 companies say, no, actually, we already have our own content division, so like using like some other content isn't valuable, right? Then I know if they already have their own content division, that's probably not going to be something that I should double check all these different companies to make sure they don't have content divisions, right? So if they have a content like sector, if they hire people in content and they already hired people in content, they don't need any extra help with content, I am not useful to them, right? They're not interested in that kind of sponsorship. They're not interested in that kind of marketing. If the only people that like give me like different feedback, let's say instead of not having a content division. Also, why is this dark? That's weird. How the heck? Why is it? Anyway, if I get different feedback, let's say all of them say something like, we have 5 people in marketing, and we already have all the efforts, all the money that we need to put there, right? Everything, like we put so much money into marketing already. We have 5 people. We have a whole team of marketers. That's where we're getting all of our revenue. We're not looking to expand, right? Then I know that anybody that's beyond a certain size, right, and has a large team of marketing, like for instance here's a good example. Hunter.io. Where's Hunter? I put Hunter here somewhere. I swear I did. Did I not? Spreadsheet.com. Super. I guess I don't have Hunter on here. Weird. So let's add Hunter. Hunter. I have reached out to Hunter. Hunter is very cool. I use their tool religiously for literally everything, right? But they are a tiny team. They have 1 person in marketing, and they recently hired them. So if I hop on a call with that person, right, if I hop on a call with the first 10 and they're all like 100 employees and they all have like 5 people in marketing, and they already say, no, we've already got enough people in marketing, then I only want to target small companies, right? Calendly would be too big. Maybe Notion is just the right size because it's only around 50 people. Maybe Hunter is just the right size because I think it's only around 10 people, right? I don't know what the size best is. I don't know what the marketing capabilities are. I don't know how it relates to content. I don't know anything, right? So me hopping on calls with these people is very, very beneficial to me because I get tons of feedback, right? That's the first step. I would highly recommend you do that. It's going to be different for literally every person when it comes to this kind of marketing, right? Not like one company is not going to sponsor everybody. Squarespace is a little bit like that, but they're very, very rare. And if you make YouTube videos, go check out Squarespace because they relate really well. They really like that kind of content. But yeah, I would highly recommend just hopping on calls with the first few people just to understand if your sales pitch is working, right? And then the future connections that I'm going to do, I'm going to reach out in a different way. I'm going to say, hey, I know you have a content division and I know my stuff would be helpful to you. I've helped other companies with content divisions in similar spaces. I make a ton of content. Let's partner up, right? I know how to pitch it better, right? Or I know you're just starting to do marketing. I can help in a really, really cheap, effective way get the word out there, right? So that you don't have to run any paid, you don't have to, I'm a great supplementary service. Sponsoring me and my promotion is a great supplementary service to the one marketing person you just hired, right? I can understand better what companies' needs are in this kind of space after I hop on calls with people, after I talk to them, right? So that's the deal, right? That's what I'm probably going to be doing. And I'm going to go through all of these. I'm going to go through all of these in probably the next week and just riff. I'm going to just send a ton of messages to everybody and say, hey. And hopefully people will get back to me, right? We'll see. But literally, it took me 20 minutes to reach out to one person, right? Just to message everybody on LinkedIn that might relate to my stuff and then find their email, even though I failed horribly at finding the email. So that's it. That's how it be. That's all I got to say. I think we're basically done for the live stream today. We can goof off and I can rant about some stuff. I had a scare yesterday. I got nothing done. There was a scam scare yesterday because I was not paying attention. Some weird stuff has been happening security-wise, and it's really spooky. Apparently, there's a big scam going around, and I was one of the people that was hit by it. But everything's okay, it seems like. So, but that just stressed me right the heck out, right? So I just didn't end up getting anything done yesterday, and I'm so close to finishing the gosh dang website. I'm so close to finishing the gosh dang website for Dead Startup Tees, or deadstartupshirts.com. Ooh, I had to buy an extra little e-commerce bit. I had to hook it up to a different little thing. I've gotten most of the content up there. I just need to set up all the little different landing pages for payment and a bunch of other things. I need to set up payment in terms of Webflow. There's a bunch of little tiny steps that I need to go through, but it's almost done. It's almost done. I'm so close. I'm really excited about it because it's going to be such a fun little thing to publish out there. And once I'm good at that, then I can just copy paste and whip up other little projects like that, right? And anytime that we have some sort of a really anything. Anytime that we want to sell something on the internet, I can just whip it up, right? It's not a big deal, especially when it comes to shirts and merch. And then also through there, you'll be able to buy Entrepreneur merch, which will be really funny and hilarious and wonderful. So whatever. But we'll get there. I'm probably going to finish it up this weekend because today I have a bunch of client work. Tomorrow I'm going to have a bunch of client work. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Friday. We'll see. It's the only big thing left on my to-do list. And the second that's done, I can jump into other projects. And I'm really excited about that. So I have such a low attention span. All I need to do is I need to find small projects that I can work on, that I can do in a week, that I can whip out in a week and get done, right? And just have automated, or at least like have low upkeep after that. And just run with it, right? So then every week we can start something new. I'm getting close. I'm getting close to that point. I'm really starting to build stuff lately, and I'm really excited about that because like finally, it's taken me like 4 or 6 months of live streaming to like consistently build shit, but we're getting there. I'm excited about it. So plus I have a little bit more expendable revenue because I'm doing more freelancing, so I have the flexibility to do this kind of stuff. But if I can get sponsored by like 10 companies or even like 5, then that's a huge benefit. Like, oh my God, like I can spend so much more time doing this stuff. So if you're watching, hey, free little advertising thing for me. If you're watching, hit me the heck up. I would love to work with you and help promote your stuff. So, but we'll see. Who knows? No. But yeah, cool, lit, awesome, swag. Also, I forgot I have a little logo that I've been trying to show. And keep up in the corner. I should probably move that logo. I wonder where I can put that. I don't know. I need to put it in a place that makes sense. But I also want people to be able to read the messages. Whatever. Anyway, that's probably all I have today. Short live stream. We've been doing only like 1 hour live streams on these ones just to whip them out. Plus, I'm also I'll like everybody's tired on Wednesdays. But yeah, cool, neato. Thank you everybody for joining. I appreciate you hopping on and hanging out. Let me know if you have any questions about sponsorship. I hope this is helpful. I know a few people wanted to hop on and ask some questions. I think Cameron was gonna hop on and check stuff out. But yeah, regardless, thank you for hopping on. I'll see you on the next episode. Let me know if you have any questions before I leave, because I don't want to just bail. But yeah, things are going good. The rest of this week should be very relaxed. Cool. All right. If we don't have any questions, I'm going to hop off. I'll see y'all later. Hope you have a great week. Stay safe out there, both on the digital internet and in the real world. I'll see you later. Have a great day.